and I've been teaching guitar on and off now for quite a few years. I thought it would be a nice idea to do a few videos here on YouTube just covering the very basics of the guitar for you complete beginners out there. What I want to cover in this first video is choosing your first guitar, tuning your first guitar, using a plectrum, and doing some basic finger exercises just to get you used to putting your fingers on the strings, ready to play those chords. First of all, choosing that first guitar. Don't spend megabucks on the first guitar, because this really is just something just to get you used to putting your fingers on the strings and playing. My advice would be to go to your local or reputable music store near you. They'll point you in the right direction, set you up with maybe a basic acoustic guitar, folk guitar, something like that. You might be tempted while you're in there to go for a classical guitar. Don't. The reason I say that is a classical guitar, the neck is a lot wider, and you might find to begin with, especially if you're a youngster, that your fingers just can't get round it to play those chords. So what you're looking for is a narrower neck, similar to something like this, standard folk guitar. Also, if it was me, I'd go for nylon strings first. Nylon strings are going to be easier on your fingers for pressing down those notes, and also kinder on the tops of your fingers. You'll find that over the years a lot of guitarists develop hard skin on their fingers. To start with, you'll have softer skin, or maybe you will, maybe you won't. So you might find it difficult if you're trying to press down on metal strings. So, just to recap, my advice is to get a basic folk guitar. And if you're buying for a youngster in your family, go for a half-size or junior guitar. Again, these can be purchased at your local music store on the high street. Tuning guitar. If you're a complete beginner, 9 times out of 10, where you've bought your guitar from, they'll tune it for you, and they'll give you advice about keeping it in tune. There are several things on the market to keep your guitar in tune. There are apps you can get for your iPhone or your iPad or whatever device you've got. There are mini tuners that fit onto the neck that'll keep it in tune. Or you can tune it yourself by going down the frets. A simple thing to remember to keep the notes, what I like to do is Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. And that reminds me of all the notes on the guitar. We have the E string, the A string, the D string, the G string, the B string, and the top E, of course. Keeping them in tune using your guitar, what you can do is when you're on the bottom E, is go to your 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And by pressing down there, and if you notice I'm pressing down quite close into the 5th fret, I'm not pressing here to the top, I'm pressing quite in, and that will give me the A string. Likewise, if I press on the next string, that'll give me the D string. Going across again to the G string, that'll give me the B. Now moving up onto the G string here, I'm going to the 4th fret, so I've moved from the 5th fret to the 4th, will give me the B. Then back to the 5th fret on the B, which will give me the top E. There we go. A standard tuning. Next thing I'd like you to get used to is using a plectrum. And just a simple exercise to get you started is strike down on the bottom E string, then onto the next string, and then follow all the way back up again. And keep doing that, then after a while you'll find you'll speed up and you'll get faster and faster at picking and using the pick. Finally, on this video, what I'd like to show you is a simple finger exercise, ideal for strengthening up your fingers and also developing hard skin on the top of your fingers. First of all, I'm on the E string and I'm going to press my first finger on the first fret. And as you can see, I'm pressing quite close to that fret. And then I'm going to strike with my plectrum. Then I'm going to take my second finger onto the second fret. Third finger, third fret. And with my pinky on the fourth fret. Then I'm going to move on to the next string, do exactly the same. First finger, second finger, third finger, and fourth. Then on to the next. Next. I was getting faster then as well. I was building up speed, which is what you'll do when you've practiced a bit more and then you get really fast at it. What I want you to do next is exactly the opposite, is to strike up and then follow it all the way back down. Keep practicing that, and I'll come back and see you in the next video where we'll do some chords. Bye for now.